Okay, next up is Paul Mitchell, super influential person. So, I didn't know this, but his real name is Cyril Thompson, which is weird, but I read that. He was born in Scotland, and his mother was actually the first hairdresser in like the village that they lived in. I thought that was pretty cool. So his family moved to London in 1939, and in London he was a silversmith before he enrolled in the Morris School of Hairdressing at 16. And by the age of 18, he had already won like a lot of competitions, which doesn't really surprise me, but so he was super good. And then after he graduated from school, he worked as a hairdresser in like just different salons, and then he moved to Vidal Sassoon's salon in Bond Street in the early 1960s. And then he actually, I feel like everything that I say just like goes to show how good he was, but Vidal sent him to New York to go train at Vidal's salon there, to train like staff that was going to be working at his New York salon. And then that was the first location in the US, so that's pretty cool. And then he left there and went to another salon, and then in 1967 he started working at Crimpers, which is kind of where he made like a big name. So after a lot of success with that, they opened more branches in Boston, Chicago, Dallas, and Philadelphia. And then he took a break from hairdressing for a while in 1971, and then he opened his own salon called Super Hair. Then that was opened up in 1972, by the way. And then he decided to sell his salon in 1974 and moved to Hawaii. And by the end of the 1970s, he had shown up to like excuse me, like 150 like hair shows, which is really crazy. Just demonstrating things, you know how it goes. And then in 1980, him and John Paul DeJoria founded Paul Mitchell Systems. So they were selling hair care products that could be used at home, but they were like salon quality. And then after that took off and like did really well for them, they actually started opening the schools. And as of right now, I don't know how old the website, well, I got it from the Paul Mitchell school website, so it's probably pretty updated, but there's more than 100 schools that graduate almost 10,000 students each year, which is really good school. And there are over 100,000 Paul Mitchell salons in 81 countries, and that like shocked me. I didn't think that it was on that big of a scale. But and then he he didn't move to Hawaii, he established a farm in Hawaii, sorry, which is pretty cool. And they had one child, and then once he passed away, I think he had cancer, right? Yeah, pancreatic cancer. And then once he passed away, his son Angus took over everything. So now he owns the schools and everything. So pretty cool. I think that's it.